this pressure to be productive. And especially as women, we're kind of innately given this superpower of being able to do a million things at once. But the way you frame it, it really shows that multitasking is actually not productive, and it's kind of cognitively impairing us, or like
completely.
Yeah.
We set ourselves up to fail. And it's crazy because all of us, me too, by the way, have said like, yeah, I'm a great multitasker. I can do it all. But what does that even mean? And what are we losing because of that? And I think it's a cultural myth. It's a profound cultural sort of, it goes along with all the issues that we have with productivity and using productivity as sort of a mask to avoid discomfort. Guilty. And so, yeah. But yeah, no, it's when we multitask, we just don't do anything as well as we could. And yes, we might feel like we're masters at it, but that's just the story we tell ourselves.
So true.
Right. And so it's amazing because the bulk of the work I do is actually speaking to groups, to schools, to companies. And I do a lot of retreats and things like that. But I can literally see the room, like every single human being in a room that I'm in when I say that to them, and I sort of gift them like this, like, you don't have to multitask. Like, in fact, you can let that all go and just be intentional about the one thing you're doing, and shoulders drop, and there's just this like energetic leveling that occurs. They're like, what? Wait, I thought I was really good at this. Like, this is my badge of honor. And it's just not. And so that's something that really sucks our focus away in a profound way, for sure.
And I almost like feel like everything is inverse from what we think now, because we've been so kind of brainwashed into this downstream torrent of, keeping up with the Joneses and this information overload. Yeah. And we've like seeing people on social media seemingly so productive and like making ourselves feel like crap that we're not doing enough,
Totally.
And then we may be doing more, but at less quality, or we may just like be frozen in distraction, paralysis, because we're so overwhelmed with the choice.
Right. Well, and this all came up really because I was seeing all my clients and everyone I work with so utterly exhausted. All of us, every single one of us, right? And it's like people who have lovely, extraordinary lives, who have means to do, it's like the gamut. And no one is immune. And I kept thinking to myself, it can't just be work. It can't just be kids. It can't just be marriage. It just can't. What is really below all this? And I started to realize that we are so distracted. We have an epidemic of distraction in a very profound way. And companies have been very smart to own our attention and use it to their advantage. But they've essentially robbed us of ours. And in doing so, we've sort of lost our power. We've lost our relationships. We've lost our ability to know ourselves. And because of that, we're left utterly exhausted because of all the task switching, right? So it's like we don't even know what to attend to first, and we can't attend to everything, right? Because we're human, which we have to remind ourselves often. But it's like, and so we're fluttering between all of these things that all seem urgent, and our brain is not set up for that.
No.
So we are just left exhausted, and then what do? We come home or whatever we're doing, and we triple screen, right? And we're like binge watching Netflix while, I don't know, groceries, emails on one, and then like perhaps a partner to our side, but we're not even together, but we're together physically, but we're not. And then we wonder why we're so lonely. And then it all kind of cascades. Yeah. And I'm painting a very bleak picture. And I'm sorry for that.
Everybody is nodding their heads in their car.
This is what our life has become. And it's not, our doing per se. That's what I want you all to remember and understand, is that we have so much power over our circumstances. This is not, yes, they've learned to hijack our attention and use it. And yes, it feels unmanageable. But we have so much power in taking back the one thing that I think is our most valuable resource, which is not time. It's really our attention.
Yeah. So well put. I think as you talk, and this book is filled with the roadmap and the tools and the techniques how to do that, how to take back our attention. I think so important to become aware. And the social, what was that documentary that came out that showed us the power of the algorithm?
Oh, yes, yes. The social experiment,
social experiment or network,
something like that.
Social
yes,
network.
I should know.
I know.
See, but I'm too.
My
attention is not.
Well, I should too.
Hijacked.
But I'm thinking of it because it's like that woke up everybody to be like, oh my God, they're feeding us more of what is going to hook our attention.
Exactly.
And that's clearly why we're so divisive. And, you know, it's like skewed elections and all sorts of things. This is the power of this tool. And when we give away our attention, what they can, you know, there's just more control. But I think also at the deeper level is we are, and this is where my work is heading, and like what I'm focused on is we need to come back to feeling our feelings. And so much of what we do, we are allowing our attention to be hooked because we haven't been taught the skills to sit and feel with the uncomfortable feelings and the uncertainty and our feelings. And so like you talk about nervous system regulation in the book, which we'll get to, but I think between your work and my work, it's like these are the nuggets that are going to set us free and give us our power back. It's like
100%.
Not escaping, learning to be with ourselves and being aware of why and where our attention is getting hooked.
Yes, you hit the nail on the head. And I talk actually a lot about how to regain awareness in the book because we have completely lost that skill. Our intuition, we've sort of nullified our intuition because we're just so hijacked by everything else. I think one of the primary reasons our attention is so fractured is primarily what you just said. We are escaping the discomfort, right? It's not really fun to confront your partner if you've got some issues, but it's way easier to just get caught up in Instagram and Netflix and say you've hung out together, right?
A couple of glasses
you don't
of
want to talk
wine,
about,
you know?
Your kid is having a tantrum and you're kind of doing emails at the same time. And it's okay, honey. Yes, I can see you're sad. Yep. Right? So it's like, and we all do this. Me too. I get it. Right? And so I just want to qualify the human experience. Like, this is primarily us using all of these tools as a pacifier. We don't want to sit with it. We would much rather say that we're super busy and life is very hectic than actually stop and deal with whatever's kind of underneath all of this stuff. And I talk a lot about sort of peeling the onion and getting to the core of this, the things that we're feeling. And it doesn't necessarily mean sitting with it or kind of, you know, you don't have to go through years of kind of unpacking it all. But what it does mean is part of being human means experiencing the gamut of our feelings. And we just haven't been. We've tried to skip over that. And therein lies the issue.
Yeah.
We're offloading all of the bad because we can't tolerate it and trying to reach just for the good and the quick dopamine hits. But that's really exhausting for us.
Yeah.
And it's really disorienting.
Totally.
Right? And then we're trying to date and we're trying to talk to people and we're trying to connect with friends. And it's like, why does this feel so surface and uncomfortable?